Hello everybody, it's Numerologist Michelle Buchanan with your numerology forecast for November 2019. So let's begin by calculating your personal year number for the year. We do this by adding the month and day of your birth date to number 3. Why number 3? Because 2019 adds up to number 3. So once again, we're going to add the month and day of your birth date to number 3. Let's use the example for the birth date March 28th. We would go 3 plus 2 plus 8 plus 3. That adds up to 16. Now, the next rule of thumb is to continue to add together any double-digit numbers until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. In our example, 16, 1 plus 6 equals 7. Therefore, this would be a 7 personal year. So I'll tell you the equation one more time. Add the month and day of your birth date to number 3. Keep adding together any double-digit numbers you end up with until you eventually get a single number between 1 and 9. And that single number between 1 and 9 is your personal year number for the whole year. So let's begin with the forecast. Personal year number 1. You guys are in a 3-month for November. Now, this means there is a great big focus on being a lot more social than you normally would. For those that are quite introverted and don't want to be more social than you normally would, it means that there's a lot more conversation to be had with the people that you do interact with. And for everybody, whether you're introverted or extroverted, there's going to be a lot more conversation going down in the month of November. Therefore, it's important that you pay great attention to what you are saying. Think before you speak. Be mindful not to say things in the heat of the moment that you really don't mean, that can create conflict after they've been said. So think before you speak, but it's very important this month that you be your true, authentic self and you're honest about what you're thinking and feeling, and you're honest as you get your opinions across and your point of view, but that you try and do it in as a harmonious and diplomatic way as possible. Try not to criticize, gossip and complain, all those negative verbal expressions that we have when we're communicating with others, because like attracts like. So if you don't want to attract those same things, criticism and judgment and negativity and gossip into your own life about yourself, then you don't really want to put it out in the world either. So be extra mindful about these things. One thing's for certain, this is definitely a month for heart-to-heart conversations, or for those conversations where you say once and for all what really needs to be said so that everything can be cleared up, or so that you can be true and honest about what you're really thinking and feeling. Now, great month also to express yourself creatively or to have more fun. So for those that are artistic and creative minded, make time for creative expression if it brings you joy. For example, musicians or people that like to dabble in making music or listening to music or dancing or baking or sewing or gardening or just creating a space. Might be decorating your room, having a makeover in your home, doing a new hairstyle. Artistic creative expression of any kind is favorable this month, because if you enjoy it, and you feel good when you're expressing yourself artistically or creatively, it raises your energy vibration. And in order for you to attract better things in your life, whether it's improved health or a better outcome to a situation or even a creative solution to a problem that you've been working on, you have to raise your energy vibration consistently. So doing more of what feels good helps you to do that. So it's very beneficial. This is a month to be positive, to be optimistic, to be more social, to not have your finger in too many pies. You can be easily distracted this month. You need to concentrate, focus, and prioritize your time so that you're not sort of too scattered and all over the show. And you can be a lot more productive that way. So I'll leave that with you, and I wish you all the very best. Personal year number 2. So you guys, for the month of November, you are in a 4-month. And that means that this is a month for head down, bum up. All right? This is where you need to knuckle down. There's work to be done. Now that work can come in many different forms. For some of you, it will be extra effort in your own personal life. Extra effort may be needed to be put into relationships with family members or children or partners or work colleagues. There may be extra effort in your actual job for those that work. There may be extra jobs to be done, extra clients, extra bills to be paid. There may be extra work around the house. You may need to have extra effort come into your actual everyday life that creates systems for you. For example, you may need to allocate some sort of jobs and things around the house to other family members or flatmates or roommates. At work, for those, an example of systems that need to be implemented to make your business flow more effectively. Some of you may need an accounting system. Some of you may need to hire someone to help out with some extra workload. Everybody's situation is different, but the month of November definitely calls for getting stuck in and doing whatever needs to be done to get yourself and your life where it needs to be. Some of you may need to focus on your health. Some of you may need to go get a checkup and to have a look at where you're at with all of that. Others are perfectly fine with health, but need to focus on your spending and your budgeting. Some of you need to tie up some legal matters. Either way, know that this is a month that can be slow and steady wins the race. So be patient, persevere, overcome obstacles. Know that it is typically a vibration or a period of time where there are meant to be delays and obstacles. Don't you let those dishearten you. You're being tested. When the going gets tough, will the tough get going? Or will you cry, moan, complain, give up, or cheat and try and take the easy road? One thing's for certain, your patience, your persistence, and your dedication is being tested this month. So don't let it go to waste. Step up to the plate, do the right thing, put in the effort, and then you will be rewarded when the time is right. Do the right thing. I'll leave that with you, and now we'll go to personal year number 3. You guys are in a 5 personal month for November, and this is a month that's all about change, change, change. Now, you personal year number 3s this year, you guys are always going to be in harmony with your personal year is always going to be in harmony with the universal year number. So you're going to feel the events of the universal year number very strongly because you're in the same vibration. So this is a dynamic month. It's a dynamic combination of numbers where there'll be a lot going on. So have your finger and, just make sure you've got your finger on the pulse, that you don't become too easily distracted, that you don't dilute your energy and your attention over many different matters where you've got your finger in so many pies that you're all over the show. You want to hone in and focus and prioritize. Get structured. Get organized. Don't let yourself be scattered in too many directions so that you don't accomplish anything. Know that it's a time of change. So if there's changes that you need to make in your life, but you're not making them out of laziness or fear or whatever your stuff is, have the courage and the stamina and the discipline to get off your ass and make those changes. Because if you don't, and they really do need to be made to improve yourself in your life, but you're not making them, then those changes may be forced upon you in a way that isn't the best. So you want to work with the natural harmony, harmonize with the natural energy flow around you instead of going upstream and making things harder for yourself. This is a dynamic time to have more fun, to figure out what makes you happy in your life and do more of it. If you can, and if you do get a chance to have a break, to have some fun, do something that lifts your spirits and makes you feel good, an adventure, trying some new things, going on a holiday, meeting new people, eating new foods, trying new hobbies, whatever it is that brings a little bit of excitement into your life, this is a time for some of that. Also, freedom is a key theme here, and that can often mean, you should be aiming for freedom from fear, freedom from the worries that stress you out, freedom from whatever it is in your life that causes you to feel stuck and to feel low and down. Figure out what those hurdles are and start working towards removing those. knows, action is definitely required. One thing's for certain, you definitely want to be flexible and adaptable this month. Go with the flow of change. Some changes you will create yourself, where you're in the driver's seat and in control of those changes. Other changes will happen out of left field that you didn't see coming. So that's why it's important that you're adaptable and flexible and you go with the flow. All right, I'll leave that with you. Let's move along now to personal year number 4. So you guys are in a 6 personal month for the month of November, and that means there is a strong focus on domestic duties, things about the house. You know, it's a great combination of numbers to do work around the house, whether it's spring cleaning, whether it's renovating, whether it's redecorating, whether it's just spending more time at home instead of being out and about, focusing more on the home and the living environment. It's also a time where people may need more of you than usual. Could be family members, children, friends, neighbours, family, even work colleagues or clients. It's definitely a busy number where you are called to step up to the plate, maybe be a bit of a counsellor or be that shoulder to cry on. Definitely, if you see opportunities where people may need you, no matter who they are, please, if you can, offer assistance. Because even though it may disrupt your life and you may think, oh, this is just a distraction, this is tearing me away from what I'd rather do, it's important that you do make the right call and do the right thing to be of service to other people, because your time will be compensated further down the line and adjustments will be made from the universe to compensate you for doing the right thing and stepping out of your comfort zone or going out of your way to offer assistance to somebody else. This is also a month where you want to focus on self-care and your own health and your own well-being. So take extra steps to focus on your health and well-being, to get that medical checkup if needed, to maybe have a makeover or do something that makes you feel good. Buy yourself a new outfit, take yourself out for lunch, spend some time in nature, whatever it is that makes you feel good and that you believe is self-care for yourself. Nurture yourself, love yourself. Relationship issues that have been brewing beneath the surface with others in your life may come to the surface. So be aware this is a great opportunity for you to set the record straight, have a nice diplomatic and cooperative conversation where you get your point across and you iron out some loose ends and tidy things up with others. All right, so I'll leave that with you and I'll move along now to personal year number 5. You guys are in a 7 personal month for the month of November, and this whole year for you has been pretty full on. There should have been changes, some you saw coming, some you didn't see coming. Should have been quite a busy, all over the show year, quite action-packed and fast-paced. The month of 7 for November for you is a time to slow down and reflect. Okay, now you may be gunning and chomping at the bit to move forward and make things happen in your outside physical world, but life is asking you to go within, to be patient, and to spend some time ironing out those niggly little issues that you've got with your own self, your own life, and your own personality. Working on your stuff, working on getting to know your blocks and your patterns, your limiting beliefs, your behaviors that are holding you back or creating problems and issues for you in your life. It's a month where you do some heavy, deep self-reflection. Who am I? Where am I going? What's the meaning of life? Take a step back if you can to rest. Spend some time in nature, contemplating, reading, studying, taking the dog for a walk. Going out for a walk on the beach if you can. Time to slow down and contemplate and think. Think through your plans for your future. Get deep and meaningful. Great time to focus on your spirituality, to find something to believe in. To maybe get a self-help book or an audio book. To maybe do a workshop or to get into meditation or mindfulness. You know, this is a month to go within and to get strong from within, so that you're in a much better standpoint when you get to December, which is an 8 month of manifestation. Okay, I'll leave that with you, and I'll move along to personal year number 6. So personal year number 6, you guys are in an 8 personal month for the month of November. That means there is a stronger focus on you needing to get your finances in order. For some of you, it may mean a need to discipline your spending, to not overspend, to know that there may be opportunity to earn extra money, or not just earn extra money, attract extra opportunity for abundance. Abundance is not just cash in hand. Abundance is chances to do and experience things that you want. Chance meetings. You know, the 8 is also a very karmic number. There can be some big karmic lessons you may learn this month. There can be some karmic contracts that need to be fulfilled with certain people. There may be karmic relationships with little life lessons attached that you will need to experience. There may be a karmic payback of an event from the past. One thing's for certain, that you want to be honest, you want to have integrity, be a good person, do the right thing. If you're up to something that you know is no good, that you're being dishonest, that you're being a bit dodgy, be mindful that you could get caught. This is definitely a cycle where you want to be honest and do the right thing. Because even though people around you may not know what you're up to, the universe knows. And the universe is in charge, after all. So the scales of justice can be balanced in this vibration. Also a time to, if you're looking for work, it is a good time to be looking for work. So be positive about your ability to find a work or job that you enjoy. There may be extra work for some people on your workload, and others may be, struggling to balance finances where others can earn a bit more money. One thing's for certain, you can be quite busy with work. Know that this is also a vibration where it's important that you do not lose your own self-power or hemorrhage your life force energy based on fears and worries and issues that you stress out about. Know that you're an energetic being and you are governed by a life force energy, and that life force energy is siphoned and hemorrhaged and lost when you're stressing about negative things, when you're worried, when you're jealous, when you're angry, when you're bitter, when you're fearful, when you're worried, when you're insecure. All of those types of emotions siphon that valuable life force energy, and it can result in being unwell. It can affect your health. It can affect your life circumstances. It can prevent opportunities and solutions to problems from finding you. It can take you out of synchronicity with life. So, that's why it's important that you are aware of what you're thinking, and that you overcome your fears and make a greater effort to be optimistic and positive. All right? I'll leave that with you, and I'll move on to personal year number 7. Okay, for you guys, this month of November, you are in a personal year number 9. And personal year number 7. For the month of November, you are in a personal month number 9. And that number 9 month that you're in for November is all about endings, completion, and transformation. Out with the old to make way for the new. This entire year should have been a lot of self-reflection going on for you, where you're going within, you're looking deep, you're analysing yourself, you're analysing your behaviour, you're looking at your problems, you're looking at where you want to be, you're looking at where you are, you're looking at going deeper and looking for more meaning in your life. So you should have been reflecting and contemplating, some inner work going on this year. And the month of November, being a 9 month, gives you an opportunity to finally click in, and where things fall into place, where you have those aha moments, where the penny finally drops, where you go, oh my God, I get it now. I get what I've been doing wrong this whole time, or I understand fully what I need to do to make things better. Oh, now I'm ready to accept that. Now I get it. Now I understand it. Now I'm ready to act on it. Now I'm fully ready to make the changes that are needed, or I've learnt from those mistakes. I'm not going to go there again. I've got to let go of that. I've got to let go of that behavior, or remove that person or that situation or that addiction from my life. Now I'm ready to move forward without it. So it can be quite an empowering time. It can be a payoff time. Like I said, an aha moments, the penny drops, and a transformative time too, where you're fully ready to transform from the chrysalis to the butterfly this month and the month of December. where you're really fully ready to move forward into this whole new you that has been unraveling throughout the year. One thing's for certain, you still require for the rest of the year, this month and next month, quiet time alone. Because it's in the quiet time alone that all the answers can come, that the realizations can be had, that the aha moments can be formed. It's only in quiet time alone, away from distractions, that you can come to the conclusions that are going to catapult you forward, that can really help you to become the best person you can be. All right? So quiet time alone, still for the rest of the year. Spending time in nature, finding whatever it is you believe spiritually, finding something to believe in. Prayer, meditation, nature, quiet time alone, beautiful music, health, well-being, exercise, meditation, yoga, mindfulness, qigong, all these kinds of things are very beneficial for you. Health and nutrition, exercise. All right, I'll leave that with you and I'll move on now to personal year number 8. So you guys, in personal year number 8, you are in a 1 personal month freely towards whatever plans you may have, implementing change, taking action, being proactive, being self-motivated. This is a month to be strong, to be courageous, to be confident, to be positive, to get out there, take the bull by the horns, get into the driver's seat of your life, and move forward with plans that you have. For some of you, you'll go all steam ahead, full steam ahead, all guns blazing, with big changes and big opportunities moving forward. Obvious physical things. Others, more subtle. You may have everything in your life stay the same, but you go forward ahead with a new attitude, a new mindset, new fresh way of doing things, a new fresh way of looking at the world with a new energy and a new sort of wind under your sails, Be on the lookout for new opportunities. Be on the lookout for new beginnings. What's new that needs to be had in your life? What have you outgrown? What are you still clinging on to that's old and outworn, but you aren't ready to let go of? You've got to have the courage to let go. Don't be afraid to move forward. Don't stay stuck in limbo out of fear. Be courageous, remember. It's easier for you to be optimistic in this vibration. You should be able to be optimistic in this vibration. So don't dwell on what's wrong. Don't hold on to the fear. Don't worry about what might happen. Forgive the past. Believe in yourself. Very powerful time for self-confidence and moving forward. So go for it. And last but by no means least, personal year number 9. You guys are in a whole new month in November. It's a 2-month for you of a 9-year. And this whole year for you has been of transformation out from the chrysalis into the butterfly, where you're in the middle of a massive transition between this year and next year. So this year and next year are a 2-year period that is of great significance to you in your life. It's where you're moving into becoming a new person. And you're letting the old you go. You're leaving it behind. Now, some of this change and endings and preparation for new beginnings are beyond your control. They have happened to you. Some you saw coming, some you didn't see coming. Some of these endings and transformations and completions and preparation for new beginnings have been created by you because you know and you've been proactive and you know what's needed to change and you've taken those steps yourself. Either way, it doesn't matter how big or small this transformation is. It doesn't matter how big or small or how dramatic and intense or minor these new beginnings and endings are in your life. It's basically about recognizing through self-reflection what needs to be changed and what needs to be implemented and moving forward to improve your life, to improve yourself, to attract happiness in your life, to attract well-being and better health and more joy, and to be who you really are, and to create a life around you that you're proud of and that you're happy to live in, to let the past be the past, to not fear the future, to take each moment as it comes, to live in the present moment, and to be fully committed. Now, you may feel a bit more emotional in the month of November than you normally would. And that's because the number 2 month for November will enhance your emotions. It will amplify your emotions. So if you find that you're attracted to someone, if you find that there's someone of interest to you, if you want to open your heart, this month is encouraging you to do that. Don't be afraid to open your heart and expose yourself. Also, it's a time to be honest about how you're feeling. It's a time to get closer with others. It's a time to connect with people in a meaningful way. Some people meet people and partners in this vibration. Number 2 likes to be part of a twosome. So, a lot of people do meet soulmates and partners and start relationships in this vibration. Other people that are having relationship issues, relationships are unhealthy or have come to an end, the soul contract's over and they're holding on by a thread, may find that they do end this month. Others may have relationships end they didn't see coming. And then other people can have relationships bloom and get closer than they've ever been before. One thing's for certain, you do need to be understanding, you need to be cooperative, you need to be diplomatic this month, you need to be extra patient and just go with the flow of life and trust. Don't force things to happen. Don't be in a hurry to win the race. Just plod along and take each moment as it comes. Appreciate each moment. Don't be in a hurry to get to the end. Don't force things to happen before their time, or they may result in outcomes that you really didn't want. So just don't push, don't force your will. Go with the flow. All right, I'll leave that with you, and I wish you the very best for November. And I will be back with your forecast on the 1st of December for December 2019. Have a look at my website if you're looking to buy the 2-for-1 deal for my software reports. They're a 12-month forecast. They're a great Christmas idea as well. Get onto my database if you're not already with the mail list, and you'll receive this forecast every month in your inbox. That's michellebuchanan.co.nz. All the best for November. Talk to you soon. Bye.